Hey everyone! Welcome to another showcase video. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, and you may have already been picking up that the format is going to be a little different this time. So, normally this is a live video. I record the audio, I'm holding up the mini, showing it around for you guys, but I want to try to make this a little more professional looking, a little less haphazard. So for today, you're going to be getting still pictures with me recording this on a video recorder app, just to give it a shot and see how I like it. So today, what you are seeing in front of you is the newest model for my Space Marine chapter that I have completed. I am very proud of how this model came out. I entered it in for a painting competition of which I did not get a single vote, but that wasn't the point. I did something in which I did something above what I normally do for my painting level, and I really tried. I am particularly proud of two things on this model. I am particularly proud of his face and the flames. So I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about it. So the first thing is with the face. I spent painstaking amount of time trying to get the face right. I did 3 different practice faces before I even touched this one that would have been the final product. And I really had to sit back and I really had to practice highlighting dark skin tones. Because when you start with a dark skin tone, it's harder to highlight it without it looking goofy because that's such a dark starting point. It's easy to bring it too bright. But it's also easy to not bring it bright enough. And I thought I got at least pretty close to a good medium here. Also, with the fire. As you can see with the fire, it is very vibrant and it has a nice, pretty smooth at least, gradient to it. How I achieved this was with the magic of contrast paints. Oh, contrast paints. I used Ball Red, Magma Drawth Flame, and Bad Moon Yellow for the fire. I applied all 3 colors at the same time without letting it dry. So that way, what I can do is I can blend all 3 colors together as I go to make nice smooth transitions. And then the only difference I did was after I applied all 3 and blended them together, the transition between Magma Drawth Flame and Bad Moon Yellow was still really big. So I took like a drop of Magma Drawth Flame and I mixed it in with the remaining pool of Bad Moon Yellow. And since Magma Drawth Flame is a very strong color, what it basically ended up doing was making it a 50-50 mix. And I just smoothed between the transitions of yellow and orange. And then at the very end, what I did was I took Citadel's contrast Black Legion, the darkest one they have, and I added a drop or 2 of Ball Red to it, just to give it a slight reddish hue so it's not just pure black, and then applied that to the tips of the flame. So that way, it looked a little more natural, but also starts to transition to showing that, oh, it's turning into smoke, but it's still kind of fiery. It's at the beginning of the smoke. So that's the first thing. Also, you will notice with the base. I spent a lot of time on this base. It's going to be the new standard for my Space Marines. I'm going to be adding my Space Marines to these bases. All the ones that are not on this bases are going to be cut off their bases and put on these. These are glass crystal bases. You can get them on Etsy from a whole bunch of people. Or if you have if you have a 3D printer, you can buy the STL file. I will put in the description below links to the guy selling the STL file, and people selling the actual item. So you have a few options. But I love these bases, and the way I designed it was that my Space Marine chapter, they have a major rival. It's going to be the Necrons. So what I did with it was I made these crystals raw dark stone, essentially. So and my theory behind this, there was a lot of color theory in this too. So the base is a red sand base. I started with Doombull Brown, and I dry brushed the sand and kept consistently adding more and more Mephiston red to it until eventually I just got pure Mephiston red and did a very top level highlight. So that would create a color contrast with the green armor of my Space Marines. But the crystals, they are the same hue as my armor, as they are the blue-green, but they're on a different shade. And in fact, the highest level of highlight on the dark crystal, on the dark stone, is my armor color. So what it does is with the crystals, it actually also created a shading contrast. My armor being very bright and the dark stone being a base very dark. So it makes the model pop out from its base twice over, both in color and in shade. But I am super in love with these bases. I cannot wait to transfer everything over. And all my Space Marines going forward are going to be put on these bases. So yeah, there are still some things I need to work on, like the sword highlighting did not come out good, not even close to what I wanted, but it's a work in progress. I am constantly evolving, getting better at what I do. That sounds like a brag, but I don't mean it as one. But yeah, this, as I believe I said earlier, is Captain Arberus Thane. Second Company Captain to, drumroll please, the Knights Draconis. After 2 years of working with this chapter, going between color schemes and different color schemes and names and lore, I finally have something I am settled on. And the first thing I will reveal to you guys is the chapter name is the Knights Draconis. In the coming weeks, I will be putting up lore videos now because I can. It's actually a viable option now. And I want to share with you guys what I have been working on. So, this video has been going on for about 7.5 minutes now. I think I'm going to cut it here for a bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very happy I can finally upgrade my equipment and start really, well, moving on up. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.